Boom, we're in.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna start
Let me tell you
record.
a little about these teams. They got a history. They're cool dudes. They know each other. They're not just random people. oGaming, they're a fairly new team. We said before they played in a couple of tournaments. They've done very well. They've won a couple of tournaments, in fact. So they're experienced with this. They've been under the pressure before. They're not gonna just crumble under the opposition. They've won. They didn't win, but they participated in IPL Qualifier 2. They got a high solo queue elo, looking pretty solid there. They have Cloverblood, Sazerac, Mortar, Cog, and Iron Man as the lineup. Cloverblood, known by the nickname Man Mode because he likes to do crazy moves and dive people.
Nice.
Want to tell us a little bit about GodlikeTier?
Oh well, if you have a bio for them, I can list off who they are.
Oh, actually, yeah, they gave me the shortest bio ever. They said, well, they've played in every monthly Mayhem to date. So this is the third one so far. They've done very well. They got second place in the first one. They were put into the third and fourth category for this. What was it, third or fourth that they ended up placing in the second tournament?
I believe it was third.
Third place, yep. They've only ever been defeated by reigning monthly Mayhem champions, which would happen to be Senior Citizen Squad, otherwise known as Operation Shoot Boys, up at the top section, or the top bracket for monthly Mayhem July.
Yep.
And of course, they are Tangerang, Hot Issue, Champion, Danny Judy, and Mingu. If you watched before, Danny Judy actually changed his name. He used to be Monotony. And as much as I like the name Monotony, Danny Judy's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of character.
Yeah. Okay, and for bands, we got Annie, Nocturne, and Shen on oGaming side. And for GodlikeTier, we have Nautilus, Malphite, and Alistair. I have to say all bands are... I'm a little surprised maybe by the Annie band. I'm going to say it's relatively targeted. But all the other bands are solid champions that a lot of people don't like to deal with. So not too surprising on any of those bands there.
Yeah, I will share the little gem of knowledge that is Danny Judy likes to play Annie. Danny Judy has a lot of fun APs that he likes to return to. But we have seen him play Annie. And it's a strong pick for him. I'm sure they were checking out his match history and his ranked stats and looking at all that kind of stuff. Nocturne, Shen, Nautilus, Malphite, Alistair all really fall under the strong champions that see a lot of ban, a lot of play in solo queue and ranked queue right now. So it's really not too surprising to see any of them banned.
Yeah, and it's also covering a lot of that top, bottom, and jungle. So it looks like they're not super worried about what they're going to handle with mid. But it looks like we do have our first picks being Blitzcrank for oGaming, and then we have a Tarek Corky on GodlikeTier side, which I think is pretty solid. A lot of escape and a lot of initiate off of that.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Now, Cloverblood picking up that first pick, Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is a champion that is very, excuse the pun, but hit or miss, literally. And if you're going to do something that's a little bit risky, do it on the first game. Because if you falter, if you have trouble with that Blitzcrank, if you're not hitting those grabs or if it's not paying out for you, you can easily switch back to a safer strategy for second game.
Yeah.
But because this is a best of 3, it kind of changes the way you can approach that first game. You can go in and throw some weird stuff in the mix, get people guessing. Go for really, really big, high-impact champions like Blitzcrank, whose single ability can change the entire scope of the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And that grab, buckshot, and Graves ulti can just be so devastating if it's caught right.
Absolutely.
It's like they have magic moments.
They're just incredible. And, of course, Graves is one of the few AD carries in the game that likes being close to people.
Exactly.
Not always, but especially in lane to get that full damage buckshot, the guaranteed collateral damage.
Yeah.
And Blitzcrank delivers that.
We also have the Lee Sin picked up for oGaming. And on the other side, it looks like we may possibly have an Amumu, and we have a Katarina, which I do remember Monotony does love the Katarina and plays a very excellent Katarina, especially with some solid ward jumping, I believe was the thing I was most impressed about with the last game I saw for them. So we'll have to see what they decide to go against. Branda, yeah, I think that could be a pretty good pick against Kat.
Danny Judy's Monotony is very interesting. He loves picking it against teams that have a lot of CC. And one of the great things that he does with Katarina is just make sure that he engages at the point when that CC is on cooldown. He almost always gets a lot of his ultimate off, and that's just, his timing is really smart. He's always watching the enemy's cooldowns.
Yeah.
That being said, it's a tough lineup that he's up against right now. Blitzcrank, one of the kings of CC next to Alistair in the game in Nautilus. Lee Sin can, dragon kick him right out of that ultimate. Irelia can equilibrium strike him. Kassadin can silence him or kill him. There's a lot of ways for him to get out of that. And the Kassadin Katarina lane How many times have you seen a double melee AP lane?
That's gonna,
Especially,
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Normally that's the big thing is either one of those they have the problem until they hit 6, but now they're both kind of like that issue of having to do melee isn't really there. So Cassidy doesn't have to waste his Q to try to get CS if it's too far away and he doesn't want to take the harass. Um, and then last pick we have for is Renekton. So we have Renekton versus Aurelia on top lane, which I don't know. Like I personally like I've seen Renekton kind of flip floppy, while I think Aurelia is a little more. She performs just more consistently, I would say. So we'll have to see how well Mingo handles Renekton on top lane.
that is the last pick for a very good reason. I mean, Renekton was picked specifically for Irelia. Renekton performs well against Irelia. He kind of ends up playing like Darius, where he's hard to get away from because of his slice and dice. He deals a lot of upfront damage, and he can finish very well with with Q as W, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was specifically picked for that reason. But now you have the interesting, I don't want to say issue, but the interesting phenomena where you have Corki, Katarina, and Renekton, which are really, really strong, like early mid and late mid game characters, and then towards the really, really late game, they start to drop off significantly for Katarina and Renekton, less significantly for Corki, but it still exists. And then Taric, who's kind of strong most early game. They put themselves up in a position where they really need to kind of make something happen in the early game or in the early mid game.
Or they need to. I think they can combo a really, really good initiate because like you got the Taric stun, you have the Amumu ult to start off, so like you get a stun off of Renekton, off of Taric, and off of Amumu for Danny Judy to just like jump in and be like pentakill ultimate, see you later. So that could be really nice. We'll have to see how well they can layer that. But on the same side, on the other side, it's like you have people that really jump on one person and do tons of damage and then move on to the next one. And like we said, we've seen Blitzcrank grabs that if they just grab that one guy, you're done for. You're not going to get away from Lee Sin and Aurelia. And Cassidy, always with his mobility, it can be so hard to pin him down and try to get something to happen. So
yeah, what really worries me for GodlikeTier in this scenario is that oGaming has the tools to make plays just as much as GodlikeTier has those tools. Kassadin roaming after level 6, blitz grabs, we already said all that kind of stuff, but since they have the tools to put themselves in a good position for mid-game, it's going to be hard for GodlikeTier to combat that.
yeah, and go ahead.
It's really going to come down to early kills, I think.
Yeah, and then oGaming side, just every single one of them scales extremely well. Their late game presence does not really lower. Like Aurelia's damage may lower a little bit compared to what her early and mid game is, but she becomes so unkillable later on that even though she doesn't like insta give you, she just like get a GA on her and it's like, does she ever die?
And Lee Sin kind of performs the same way. He kind of ends up playing more of a I don't want to say utility role, but he's less DPS oriented. He's got the kick. He's got a lot of mobility jumping around the battlefield. Blitzcrank is always useful just because you have this huge AoE silence. It's so incredibly useful.
Yeah.
No matter what how far you are in the game. And the grab, it's also like how do you put a money value? How do you put like any kind of real quantitative value on a Blitzcrank grab? It's something that can't really be compared to anything else in the game because nothing else in the game really does it. The Nautilus grab, yeah, sure, it's along the same vein, but it doesn't have nearly as much impact.
Yeah, especially since you normally have to like combo the Nautilus grab with the ultimate, and with Blitzcrank, it's like his combo isn't an ultimate, so
yeah,
it's a much shorter cooldown, and you can even. Go ahead.
It's one of those things where in games you look for incomparables, and somebody was talking about power creep in games, and one of the great things about League of Legends is the fact that it's been going for so long, and yet we haven't seen champions just consistently get stronger and stronger as they add more and more champions. We're up to 100 champions right now, and they've done a pretty good job at not elevating the entire power level of the entire scope of champions. And not only that, they've also helped introduce more champions to the meta as it comes in. Sorry, that was a total tangent, but anyway.
And I can't get my scenes to... Hold on, I'm scene switching, trying to get it to work. There we
Of
go.
course.
Okay, here we go. Scene is switched. Also, I am not normally the person that controls the camera, so if I'm a little newbie today, I apologize, but I'll do my best.
It's totally fine. Just look where the action is. Normally where the jungle is.
Exactly. Looks like we got a couple pings.
Definitely a couple things. Lee Sin will be starting Doran's Blade. Not too unusual, but it does mean he won't have the boots for faster ganks. Cloverblood will be the jungler for oGaming, and he's going to come out here. Actually, heading into the river, looks like they might be going for an invade. Neither team can see each other at this point, but Danny Judy is in a place where he will be able to see any incoming invade. And of course, with Mummy as a jungler, Champion's going to need that blue early.
Yeah, we could see if we see a solid blitz grab too. That could be pretty dangerous.
Meanwhile, speaking of the devil, here comes Sasser charging right in the brush. Danny Judy will see him. I don't think actually oGaming noticed that Danny Judy was there. He ducked in the brush. So oGaming is blind, but they have a solid position. We see Renekton was top. Mingu coming now down to support his team. But meanwhile, there is a ward from oGaming at their blues. So if they decide to swap blues, oGaming will be fully aware of it.
Yep. We'll have to see who decides that they're going to go back because they are about to go in, so they will see that as Mumu comes up to try to do a swap on that blue.
How will oGaming respond to the fact that they have the ward over there? They do just ping. They see Champion. He's the only one they see currently, so they might think that the rest of the team's not there to support.
Yeah, look.
Now oGaming wants to split. They're a little confused. Walking right over a ward though in the water, in the river. Excuse me.
Yep. Okay, so they do see Blitzcrank walking around. They did see Graves go bottom, but they did not see Aurelia.
Boy, if you were completely colorblind, you would not be able to tell which team is which at this point.
Okay, blue is started on both sides.
Yep.
We'll see if Aurelia can stop it, though.
Mortar sees it. I mean, he has the ward anyway. X-Champion X moving back up. Here's Mortar right on top of X-Champion X. Oh, Danny Judy's coming around, but Iron Man's right behind him. Of course, those tiers doing work, but it will reset. Oh, no, the blue resets. Danny Judy going to have to stick around and do more damage to this thing. Does he have the smite? There's the smite. Iron Man doesn't look like he wants to contest it and will pull back.
And Cloverblood gets out.
Walking away with the blue.
Yeah. So we get a little bit of lane set up here. We do have Blitzcrank down on this bottom now. See if Corky goes out a little too far. That could be a good grab off of that.
Oh, and you see Cog. He's so ready for it. Oh, not this time. Okay. So Cog's coming out with 73 attack damage. So he definitely has he's got the 80 on the Quince on his room page. He's also got the masteries and offensive tree. So that Graves buckshot's going to be doing a lot of damage early since it scales directly off of AD.
Yep.
Already some harassment going off on Danny Judy, but he's returning it in kind. The mid's going to be really action-packed.
Yeah, with a lot of the Shumpo and stuff, that's going to be really nice. And like he doesn't have to build bouncing blades so early, so he can go with that more Shumpo style.
No, I'm almost certainly he's going to be maxing Shunpo. They're basically just trading. Meanwhile, up on top, Mingu and Mortar. Mingu already kind of taking a little bit of a lead. However, the wave will be pushing against Mortar. So, with a nice W, Mingu does a lot of damage on that Aurelia.
Yeah. Amumu did just clear off that last minion, so his blue did actually just reset at 320 or 325.
Gotcha.
We got a gank on middle, though. Champion coming out. No, okay. Iron Man just like, no, back up. See you later.
And actually, Iron Man's use of E there was kind of cute, but definitely not necessary. It's the use of mana that he could have kept. I would like to point out that Morty did a great job here. He said, okay, I know the Aurelia Renekton matchup, or at least I can kind of guess how it's going to go. And what I'm going to do, oh my god, first blood while I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm actually going to back up the stream so we can look at that first blood.
Yeah, I backed up as well. There's a stun on Sasser. He's going in, but the blitz grab is going to be perfect on Corky. Cog with a great buckshot. There's the ignite. There it is, dashing forward, high issue, no flash away, and then Tangering's going to be turned on to with a great exhaust.
Oh, they're going to get it. Double kill. Very so. That's going to put their lane so far ahead on bottom. Sasser's a little low. May decide to go back after they push this lane to the tower. So the tower takes up all that CS.
It's the perfect timing, of course. Get the kills, push the wave back. You're ahead on XP, you're ahead on gold, and you've had the chance to use that gold to buy items. Oh my god, there's a kill.
Gonna have to back up on that middle lane. Oh, looks like they killed each other. Okay, a little bit of harassment goes down. I think Danny jumps in with the Shumpo. Q goes off from Iron Man.
Decides to fight it, though. There's the Q.
Double ignite. Nice. Oh, but Judy did push the lane a little bit. So, there might be a little CS loss from Iron Man.
Actually, it looks like you're absolutely right. The wave should push against it. Although it does look like Lee Sin could. No, Lee Cloverblood's actually heading top. I did want to point out, though, that Mortar thought this out absolutely brilliantly. He's got 67 armor at level 4. He started with the cloth armor 5. He's put himself in a position to take that early harass from Renekton, but then to be in an easy position to recover from it very quickly without losing too much CS.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Cloverblood coming in.
Gang, he saved his Q also.
Oh,
Minga gone.
There's the slice and dice out, but the exhaust and ignite are on it.
Solid kill. Which will...
Happy to use that flash for the kill.
Yeah, Mortar was a little bit behind on CS, not too far though, and this will definitely help him get back some of that CS, and also with that kill, he will have time to buy, as Lee Sin is also helping to push that lane, so they can both go back.
Look at all that experience in gold lost to the tower, and Renekton's just crying tears of alligator tears.
Yeah, it looks like we do have Saserac sitting in the bush, but unfortunately it is warded, so Tangerang and Hot Issue playing very safely on the side there. Champion X coming in, at least showing his presence in middle, so Iron Man does know where he is, and it looks like we may have some either...
Big gank top bot.
Yeah.
Top.
I'll say either a gank or an invade on jungle, but...
Oh, Tribrush was warded, but of course Blitz was way out of position trying to go for some kind of crazy grab. The red
nice flash.
Gonna do some work.
Rat does go. Oh, Cloverfield is here. Or Blood, yes. Cloverfield.
The shaky kill is real close for intense effect. Cog's got the exact stand, but he will dive on Champion X. Don't know if he's going to turn out for him. Oh, but here's Danny Judy and Cloverfield still in the flash back from Cog. Going to buckshot that field, but here's Iron Man coming in. Not level 6 yet, though, just level 5. This is so tense. Is there a grab? There's a grab on Tangerang, going to pull in. That Tarek taking a lot of damage. There's the smoke cloud. Will get a kill on Tangerang. The Q is good. Hot Issue under the tower. Cloverfield going to go for it. Will get the safeguard back and get the kill. Can he get away before Ignite kills him? Oh,
yeah, he'll be good. Nice. Solid double kill. Danny Judy almost going down, having to back up now, though. They will push this lane. Yes, so, like they were all so low, but they controlled it really well, and it was really solid. Cog and Sasrex going to push this. They may do a little damage to the turret or possibly go back. They are kind of low on mana, so yeah, we'll see Cog go back. Sasrex going to go back also. Champion.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Mortar with an exceptionally awesome freeze on top lane, getting a huge wave to not go into his own tower here on top. That's going to delay the push back against Renekton for quite a long time.
Yeah, using those Qs for some last hits too, so always resetting that Q every time he gets a minion kill off of that. Iron Man just hitting 6 in middle before Danny Judy, so we'll be able to apply a little bit of pressure. Unfortunately, Danny Judy is about halfway to level 6.
It's one of those things where every time one of them in mid does something to the other one's forced to use their things to respond, or else they're going to get too far behind.
Exactly. So it's just...
Their harassment is so isolated. They don't have basic attacks or low cooldown abilities. They have these really, really important big impact abilities like Null Sphere and Shumpo.
Yeah.
They just have to use them to keep up with each other.
Sasrex continuing to sit in the brush. Unfortunately, it is warded still again. When he did go back, he did get his Firestone and some boots. On the other side of that, Tarek has not finished up a Firestone yet. Still sitting on Fairy Charm with boots and a couple wards. In that middle lane, we have a Kage's pick picked up by Iron Man with his Sark boots finished. Oh, we got some jump on from Danny, though. Chasing down. Oh, okay.
He will ult away, but he's now, so...
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, that's the thing where Danny Judy can kind of punish because he doesn't have to rely on mana, so the trades will be pretty good. We have Cloverbug coming up.
With a ward potentially to safeguard too, will stay there. He could use that later. Or else it might be a waste of 75 gold, we'll see. The zone on bottom is intense. Hot Issue and Tangerang unable to get even close to the creeps, missing out on a lot of experience. And we do see Cog is now level 6. Now Hot Issue's 5 and Tangerang is 4.
Yeah, and he's at 50 CS compared to 34 of Corky's. Has also gotten double Doran's Blades, finished up his Zerks, and also picked up a Vamp Scepter, while Corky has only finished 1 Doran's Blade and Boots. So Cog feeling very confident in that lane and will have a very nice mid-game due to it.
You want to wager some money on a Blitz either ban or steal away from oGaming?
Yeah, right? That's so good.
Regardless of how this game goes in either team's favor, I think it's suffice to say that this Blitz is doing work. And with it, as we say, with a great pull on a Hot Issue, all the burst from Cog was spent, but not quite enough to flash out to keep his life.
So close. Lee Sin coming up to gank middle. Oh, Danny, okay. Does a little bit of brush juking and seems okay. Mingu and Mortar continuing to trade on top. 53 CS for Mingu, 52 for Mortar. So relatively even there. We do have a Doran's Shield on Mortar, so going purely for that defense with the Ninja Tabby, making sure to have a really solid mid game and not worrying as much about damage and worrying more about trading effectively.
Basically, he's just going to completely ignore. Oh my god, Tangerang so low on bottom. Sasrix is overdriving, not to get up to his grab is on cooldown. And flash for the basic attack kill.
Hot issue goes in with the jump, but unfortunately Sasrix too fast. Blitzcrank with the movement speed.
But wait just a second, Champion is coming down. His ult is up, the Amumu blue buff. The grab on Hot Issue, but is that what he really wants right now? Oh, but Hot Issue might fall.
Oh, so close.
Barely.
We also have a killing spree on middle, which we will back up and watch. Okay, it looks like bottom's pretty good. Champion's back. Okay, we're going to back up and see that killing spree going off. Danny Judy getting caught off by Iron Man. Cloverblood coming out to the side with the Ignite. Diving through the turret. Solid play.
Iron Man hesitation for just a second, and then he turned around and said, no, I want this kill.
Right.
He'll flash ult back in.
Ooh, Hot Issue might get caught off here. Cloverblood coming down.
Oh, no, he would have actually made it. He would have made it. Now he's almost destined to die under the tower as Iron Man's going to ult right on top of him for that Q. There it is.
Yeah.
Ex-champion. I'm sorry, Amumu, you're not Nautilus. If you kill all the Nautilus, you do it.
Yep. Very solid pickup by Iron Man. Double kill. Kill off of Danny, and it looks like they may turn that one into a dragon also, further pushing this this really solid early game advantage. Already 9 kills ahead and about 4,000 gold ahead.
4,500, yeah, just about. So far, the only lane that's really going in their favor is Renekton, but even we can see Mortar, as you said before, he's not worried about killing Renekton, but as I say this, he's actually might kill Renekton. He's chasing him down.
That dragon picked up at 11 minutes, so we will see that next one at 17. Danny Judy coming up the top, though. Renekton has gone back. No, descending.
Is pretty interesting. We do see Kassadin opening up with the Negatron cloak after Akage's lucky pick. Now the pick makes some sense. He was losing a little CS in the beginning. We can see that Kassadin is significantly farther ahead than the top laner. Either top laner is about 20 CS behind because they've not been CSing nearly as hard in mid. So we got that Akage's pick for the extra gold. But then going for the Negatron cloak, recognizing how much damage Danny Judy is doing to him, and needs to get some kind of resistances against that. And so far, it's working out very well for him.
Yeah, and Danny Judy on the opposite side going with double AP tomes, so going to be picking up a revolver soon.
Yeah, actually, I just saw a blasting one on Iron Man, who will almost definitely turn into an Abyssal Scepter at some point.
Yep. I'd say that's a solid choice, too.
Oh, look at mid, Danny Judy.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of it did go off, but it was not nearly enough damage. That Negatron cloak did so much work, but Danny Judy, can he get the kill? He does, but then he dies.
Yeah, gets the shutdown. Oh, and Katarina does pick up the shutdown, too, with that Ignite ticking damage. Mingo doing a little harass on top. But this bottom lane, COG just so dominant. 82 CS compared to Corky's 45. Already has picked up, oh no, hasn't bought yet. Probably sitting on a nice amount of gold. Yeah, 1,700. Going back now, possibly going to buy his next big item. Yep, BF Sword coming out there. Picking up a couple more potions, so even more damage on this bottom lane. We do have a ping up on top lane. Mingo getting cut off. Cloverblood with a nice kick.
Oh, man. Cloverblood doing such good ganks here in the beginning. The ult from Mingo is going to help. He's trying a little brush gank. It's just wasting time, honestly, more than anything else, which is, good, wasting your opponent's time, but you will not be getting away from that.
Yeah. So another kill picked up, making 2-0 Aurelia on top lane, which would be somewhat frustrating. We do have a heart of gold picked up from... yeah, sorry, Renekton. I almost just called him Nocturne for some reason.
Renocturne.
Yeah, Renocturne. That'd be a pretty sick character.
He ults in from halfway across the map and then becomes a crocodile.
Exactly. Iron Man might get a little cut out now. Danny Judy going to back up. Iron Man still going forward because Cloverblood is there.
Mid. Danny Judy does manage to get
away. Champion trying to block that Q. Very solid move.
Oh, no, Danny
still
Judy
going for it.
A great ult from Champion and a little bit of an ult from Danny Judy will get the kill, actually, on Iron Man. So, despite getting caught out there at the end by Kassadin, it did turn the round in their favor for godlikeTier.
Yep. Sasrix still sitting in this brush all game. Like, this is my zoning capability. I can grab...
Sasrix he's probably eating. I don't even think he's playing.
He's just like, it's okay. COG's doing so good. I'm just going to AFK.
He's having a snack. Since I can only think of what I'm currently hungry for right now, I will say is probably pretzels and Nutella.
Pretzels and Nutella. That's an interesting combo.
Oh, it's delicious. Salty and chocolatey.
Uh,
Meanwhile, COG will take the bottom turret for oGaming, putting them into a significantly nice lead for the mid game.
yeah, double the CS. They have reached over 9,000. Well, that's the thing that we talk about on
Wait,
Thursday.
No, 6,000.
No, I'm saying there's a joke on Thursdays where we say if they're over 10 kills or over 10,000 gold, then they reached over 9,000, and when they hit over 10 kills or 10,000 gold also, then it's they broke the scouter.
Okay.
So they have reached over 9,000.
Looks like a gank on Mortar up top, but he's sitting there with that Ninja Tabi, Phage, Zeal, Dorians. It's going to be hard to break through that.
We have Danny.
He just dashed in on Mingu. This is the perfect timing. There's the dagger coming out, the flash all into Mortar, but Mortar's just way too tanky. The dive under by Mingu. Oh, slice and dice. Is it going to be enough? No, the equilibrium strike. Irelia kiting him so well and getting out just with a
Danny go.
sliver of health.
I would say ward jumping. Sadly, Aurelia is still way too far away. Oh, free mid turret though. I'm not sure if that was worth it. No gank happening and a free mid.
And now we're going to see the situation which we were, I was kind of hinting at earlier, is where, GodlikeTier's had these champions kind of set out for an early game advantage, and if they, oh my god, did you see that? Champion X going in for what had been almost a guaranteed grab vantage onto COG was pulled in the opposite direction by Blitzcrank. It was glorious.
Okay, we got all 5 down here. Aurelia in middle. Cloverblood coming down. Yeah. Fortunately, it's quite well warded from both teams, so they both know where everyone is. COG's like, actually, I'm just going to start up on Mingo. No problem.
Oh my god, meanwhile, yeah, COG the Ignite in the pick up on the kill from Iron Man.
Well, I'd say that's a KS right there. COG had that. He was good. It's okay, though. It's not KS, it's kill secured.
That's right. Cloverblood, very aggressive, moving forward that red. There's the grab on the Tangerang. Blitz doing so much work. But Champion X with a great ult. Danny Judy with the ult. Will get exhausted with the collateral damage from COG, ripping apart GodlikeTier, and Tangerang will be killed. Put down, Hot Issue escaping barely with his life. We'll get the killing. Oh no, is he going to go with the flash in by COG with the buck shot? And the double buff pickup as well. Incredible. Pace action.
That was 4v5 also, because Mortar was split pushing middle lane this whole time.
Oh my god, you're right. And that's going to be another tower picked up as well. Another tower bot if COG decides to stay and pick it up. Dragon has spawned, so I'm sure that oGame will be sprinting for that after taking these towers.
Yeah, Aurelia rushing right down there. COG just picking up after it takes another turret, so only top lane, the only turrets that are safe currently. And
Missile Scepter finished on Cassidy.
Yeah. Yeah, he also did get a need to see large rod, so lots of AP coming out of that. We do have some armor picked up by Renekton, so trying to start building into that mid to, well, it's not even really mid to late, but it is mid to late for this game. Trying to build a little tanky, I guess.
Absolutely. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen any like a Phage. I'm looking for a Phage or a Hex Blade. Forget. Stop listening to me. Danny Judy's gonna die here.
Yeah, right.
I'm just talking about stuff that's dumb. And Iron Man with a very, very well executed kill on Danny Judy, utilizing the silence, making sure he won't be able to hop away during that time, and then finishing with the ultimate.
We do have a Phage picked up on Aurelia though. She has also picked up Zeal. Not too surprising. Going to go with that Trinity Force pretty soon. Probably actually just the money now. Yeah, sitting on around 1,200, so may possibly have enough money to get that Mingo. Sasarax just coming up like, I don't care.
Sasarax is just charging all over the place. Crank. Hades gonna hate walk, swinging those fists, man. And here's Cloverblood coming from behind. We'll just go ahead and steal those golems. They have complete control of the jungle with incredibly comprehensive warding.
Yeah, they are warding everywhere. Q does land a champion. Grab just misses though.
I feel like as a caster, all I have to do to be at least marginally good is just yell whenever Blitzcrank grabs.
Right? Oh my god, it's a grab!
Yeah. Now they are going to see GodlikeTier will see that COG is bot right now, so they might go in for an engagement. Here's Champion X leading the fray. He could probably flash in. Will choose to not do so.
Yeah, they also could see that Aurelia was top too, so that was definitely a 3v5.
Or 3v4. I mean, Goo was up there.
Oh yeah, okay. Looks like a lot of going back from everyone, starting to buy some items. Let's see what they buy yet. We get that Trinity Force picked up on Aurelia, and it looks like we have... What else was purchased? I think everything...
Older school Warmogs open from Lee Sin, where you don't even get like any damage items. You just get a Warmogs and say,
Yeah,
you can't kill me.
he's like, my damage is double Dorans. That's all I need.
Yeah. Oh, Iron Man coming in. I thought he was actually going for Danny Judy. There will lay up. Look at this weird split, and here's Cog going in from behind. What a strange engage. Sasseric's actually missing the grab there on a champion. Champion might be able to get out of this. Tang coming down, trying to help out Danny Judy from Iron Man. Iron Man might get the kill. There's the stun, but the E was very strong. Meanwhile, Cog picking up the kill on a Mumu. Champion falling. And Tangerang is just sandwiched. Oh, God.
Yeah. Mingu could even be in a bad position.
Never seen anything quite so interesting as that, with, you know, the support AD coming in from behind the team.
Ooh.
Going straight in on Cog, but here's Sasser to help him out. Can he grab over the wall? Does he want to grab over the wall?
And we have the surrender.
Oh, never mind. I completely missed the surrender mode.
Yeah. It didn't pop up on my screen either, so I'm a little confused as to what that was. That was weird. Okay, I'm going to swap over to screen 1 so we don't have all the weird stuff. I don't know why my binds aren't working. There we go. Okay, so yeah, game 1 taken down. Very solid game. Cog doing so much damage. oGaming bringing it. We'll have to see how well game 2 is going to happen.
Are you still in the post lobby?
Yeah, I'm in blue team wins.
Check that damage dealt, because I have to hear about that. I'm starting the next game.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we're going to go with graph. Bam. Damage done. Damage dealt. Graves is way above everyone. Like, Lee Sin, yeah. Strangely enough, Lee Sin's the next closest.
Interesting. And with no wriggles either, so it's not even counting that incidental damage against minions.
Yeah, no, Lee Sin's at 66,000 while Graves is at 80,000. And everyone else is like, the next closest is 53 from Kassadin. Oh, I got to get the overview and get this screenshot. Print screen and open up. Okay, we're going to hop over to scene 4 so you can check that out when I do all this little paint stuff that you don't need to see.
Nice.
And we're going to grab the...
Do you want me to invite you yet, or just wait?
Just 1 second. I'm going to get this done, and then I'll be
okay,
good.
Yeah. I can wait.
Okay, file. Save as JPEG. oGaming versus GodlikeTier. Game 1. Okay, that is saved, so I am ready for an invite.
All right.
Also, make sure to go to our stuff, like us, go to our Twitter.
Go to our stuff.
Yes, go to our stuff, go to our Twitter, go to our Facebook, go to our Stream Home 3D, like us there, subscribe to everything. Also, we've transferred a lot of our videos over to the actual LoL Report YouTube, which is youtube.com/LoLReportDotCom. That dot is the word, not the actual symbol. So go there and like that stuff too. You can see stuff done by Metal Knight, which he has a nice little series going on of some pretty sick things that happen. And he also just started another series of Rising from Elo Hell or something kind of style, where he talks to high Elo, like 2,000 Elo players, and like interviews them, and then they help him to raise up his own personal Elo, I believe is, or to like help viewers and stuff. So definitely check all that out, and always check out LoLReportDotCom. And oh god, my screen just turned off.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's my second screen. The signal is sometimes kind of weak, and I accidentally touched the cord, and I know I shouldn't have.
On your VGA or DVI or HDMI?
Yeah. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're back. Okay. So we'll hop back to scene 4. We're getting everyone together for game 2. oGaming versus GodlikeTier. First pick. Oh, I gotta swap that stuff out too. Look at me being a noob.
It's okay.
Okay, so
That was youtube.com/LoLReportDotCom, right?
Yeah. DOT the word.
Boom, it's up.
GodlikeTier. GodlikeTier's everywhere. GodlikeTier being first pick in this match.
Yep. And we're gonna go ahead and invite oGaming now.
Oh!